people here in Utah and Silicon Slopes consider Sundance the slopes of Silicon Slopes. The power of place. Robert Redford often talks about how important it is that a brand also have a physical place. This can't be the case for all businesses, but I'm grateful it's the case for Sundance. We're kind of here at the entrance to Sundance. This is where guests arrive and check in. In fact, speaking of guests, right now kids from Utah Valley School, where we do different ski school programs, and one of the things I'm passionate about and all of us here at Sundance are passionate about is helping new people get into skiing, whether that's young or old or whatever area of life they come from. So right here, and this wasn't planned by the way, but we just have this group of school kids coming in, and in many cases this is first time for some of these kids to come up to the mountains and have a ski experience. And it's my hope that as they have their first ski experience, they want to keep coming back time and time again.
Once I get off Provo Canyon and come up this narrow road, I start to breathe differently. Then when we come up and you open up to Sundance, it's like, that's how I feel. It's always been that way.
I just want to give a big shout out to the Redford family who have been this amazing stewards of this place for the last 51 years. A big shout out to our new ownership team for continuing the investment in Sundance. Now the Redford family, I know they've always viewed land ownership not as a privilege, but as a responsibility.
So I want to acquire it, to protect it and not develop it. And I realized that if it got developed, it would develop itself away from what my love was, and that I felt it should be a place that should be protected.
They thought, hey, I think it's time we go ahead and let somebody else share that responsibility. You know, we continue to work very closely with the Redford family, but through that, we're going to, further refine Sundance.
There was one ski lift. It was a little kind of a J-bar ski lift that went up way up the front mountain. That was all that was here.
This is the base of our new high-speed chairlift called Outlaw Express. And again, this chairlift replaced raised lift, which used to take about 25 minutes to get to the top of that mountain. And now with Outlaw Express, it goes to a higher peak and it takes less time. So you're getting more skiing with less time. This is on average about a 7 to 8 minute lift ride. One of the big improvements this year at Sundance is creating this beginner area where families and guests can come, and if they're first timers,
okay, you're good to hop on.
Rather than getting on the chairlift to start, they can get on this series of magic carpets. And our guests so far have just had rave reviews, and I think more and more people want to come and learn to ski at Sundance now because of these magic carpets.
What are you cooking?
Beef ribs.
Finishing your ski day right here, you're skiing down, you're going to see the smoke, you're going to smell the food, and you're going to want to be drawn right into this. Now tell me, where else in the world do you get to see a view like that right there? And I think for all of us who are here in Utah, we should be really proud and grateful that we have such an amazing, in my opinion, the most beautiful mountain in the world.
I like film. Trying to put those two things together was a joy.
And out of this place, Sundance, we now have Sundance Institute that runs the film festival. We have Sundance Catalog, that's a very successful internet-based catalog business. There's Sundance TV, so there's all these Sundance entities that have been born out of this place.
Sometimes the right environment can be the spark that ignites a great creative idea.
I like to think that here at Sundance, there's special power, magic, whatever you want to call it.
But Sundance is all about the process and getting into the flow.
I often say Sundance has given me my career, my wife, and really my life. My wife grew up here at Sundance, and that's how I met her over 25 years ago. I guess I like to say Sundance gets in your blood. Whether you've been here once, or maybe you've worked here for a long, long time, or been here many times, Sundance gets in your blood.
This is a proud father of 5 very embarrassed kids right here.
That was important to the Redford family. It was important to me that there's ownership and investment right here in Utah from Silicon Slopes.
What's the flame that started any of this? It's about storytelling.
I have seen time and time again how a place impacts people.
It changes them. It inspires them.
Bob, I said, I promise you I'm going to always look out for Sundance as long as I'm alive. And he turned to me, he says, I know you are. Kind of like, of course you are, that's the expectation. But I think that represents how so many of us feel that we love this place so much. And there's so many of us that will do all that we can to forever, protect the Sundance experience and help keep this canyon the way it's intended to be.